and NCERT questions. Before going to this, yesterday we have finished 6 chemical property. One more chemical property is left, that is reaction with liquid ammonia solution. So when alkali metals reacts with liquid ammonia, what are the products we are getting? That is the last chemical reaction we are going to see. So in this way, in NCERT question, based upon the solution in liquid ammonia, the question will come in this way. When alkali metal dissolves in liquid ammonia, the solution can acquire a different color. Explain the reason for this type of color change. So when alkali metal, so this is the alkali metal. When alkali metal dissolves in a liquid, what is liquid? That ammonia liquid. What the product will form and what type of color you are going to get it, that we are going to discuss in this. So when you see here, when alkali metal dissolves in liquid ammonia, you will get a deep blue color solution. When alkali metal dissolves in liquid ammonia, you will get deep blue color solution that conducts electricity, which that solution act as a electric conductor. This because the alkali metal atom readily loses the valency electron in ammonia solution. When sodium metal placed in ammonia liquid, sodium metal loses electron. Hence, you will get two different types of compounds, which are one is the both cation and the electron are solvated by ammonia molecule to form ammoniated cation and ammoniated electron, which are conducting in nature. Now I am going to show you the chemical reaction in this way. M stands for here a metal. This metal reacts with X plus Y moles of ammonia. You will get ammoniated cation. So NH3, this X is number of moles, number it is MNH3 taken X plus. Plus this electron is added to the ammonia. This is called ammoniated electron. These two compounds will be formed when a metal is placed in liquid ammonia. You will get ammoniated cation and ammoniated electron. So because of forming of these two, the entire liquid is changed into blue in color. The blue color solution of alkali metal in ammonia is paramagnetic and on standing slowly liberate hydrogen, resulting in the formation of amide. See here, this is the blue color solution. When this blue color solution of alkali metal in ammonia is paramagnetic in nature, it weakly attracted to the bar magnet. And on standing slowly, when you keep a long stand, this blue color slowly changed into the other compound, that is amide, along with the liberation of hydrogen gas. So that also I am going to show you the reaction. Just look at on the screen. Metal atom reacts with ammonia to form metal amine plus hydrogen gas. So actually this is the final reaction. When metal reacts with liquid ammonia, you are getting metal amine plus hydrogen gas. Before that, what mechanism is happened? You are getting blue color solution. This blue color solution is changed into metal amine. NH2 means amine. So for example, I am writing the equation with respect to the chlorine. So with respect to the sodium. See here, the same reaction I am writing. Instead of metal, you can keep sodium, 2 moles of sodium plus 2 moles of ammonia. This is in the liquid form. This is liquid. What the product you are getting? NaNH2. This is sodium amine, hydrogen gas. Before forming this sodium amine and hydrogen gas, when sodium metal placed in ammonia, you are getting a blue color solution. Blue color solution. This blue color solution is turned into this product. This is about the chemical reaction between metal with liquid ammonia. In concentrated solution, it means above 3 molar solution, the blue color changes to bronze color on warming and becoming diamagnetic. In concentrated solution, concentrated means ammonia concentrated solution, the concentration when it will be above 3 m. The blue color changes into bronze color on warming and becomes diamagnetic. This blue color changed into bronze color when you heat it. When dilute ammonia is liquid with metal, you are getting blue color. When you take concentrated solution and heat it, this blue color solution is changed without heating, can get directly metalamine. When heating, this blue color changed into again what color? Bronze color solution. This is a bronze color, and warming becomes, this bronze colored solution is diamagnetic and blue color solution is paramagnetic. So these are the important questions we have to remember in this case. Coming to the next topic, uses of these metals, we'll see one by one. Lithium metal is used to make a useful alloys. Used in thermonuclear reactions. To make electrochemical cells. Liquid sodium metal is used as a coolant in fast breeder nuclear reactors. Potassium chloride is used as a fertilizer. Cesium is used in photoelectric cells. Sodium is used to make a tetraethyl lead. The formula is PbEt taken 4. That is called tetraethyl. This is C2H5. Tetraethyl lead or tetramethyl lead. I am writing the formula with a clear explanation. Tetraethyl means 6 ethyls, C2H5. This is C2H5 ethyl. Middle lead is there. The same way, one more ethyl. I am not drawing the structure like this, C2H5. Here also C2H5 and this also C2H5. This is called tetraethyl lead. This is ethyl. This is entire thing is ethyl. This also ethyl and the ethyl. Total we have 4 ethyls are there. We can represent it with taken 4. Et stands for ethyl. Tetraethyl lead. Or instead of ethyl, you can substitute methyl. Pb is attached with 4 methyl groups. This is tetramethyl lead. Next topic is anomalous properties of lithium. Different characteristic properties of lithium. In all the groups, the first element can possess some different characteristic properties while comparing with other elements. What are the anomalous properties of lithium? Number 1 is lithium is hardest of alkali metals. While comparing with all metals we studied, which are soft, we can cut with a knife, we have studied. So while comparing with the other alkali metals, this alkali metal is somewhat hard. Lithium is least reactive but the strongest reducing agent among all the alkali metals. Because of reason what I told you, highest hydration energy and high electrode potential. Because of this reason, lithium is always act as a strongest reducing agent. On combustion in air, it forms mainly monoxide, Li2O, and nitrides. So when lithium reacts with air, atmospheric air contains oxygen. So lithium, when it reacts with oxygen, especially it forms maximum monoxide only, Li2O. H2O. And in the atmospheric air at the same time, nitrogen is also available. So lithium reacts with nitrogen. You are getting nitride. Lithium nitride. Nitride valence is 3. That is the reason 3 will come here. So lithium nitride is obtained in this case. Lithium plus oxygen, you will get a lithium oxide, or lithium plus nitrogen, you will get lithium nitride. So this is about the reaction between oxygen. So from in any group, in alkali metals, from top to bottom, peroxide forming and superoxide forming nature will be increases. So lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium and cesium are there. Cesium can form only monoxides. Sodium and potassium will form peroxides along with monoxides and peroxides. And these remaining elements form monoxides, peroxides and superoxides. It means based on this, from top to bottom, peroxides and superoxide forming nature will be increases. That is a point I am going to explain you. But the first element form maximum monoxide only. Lithium chloride is deliquescent and crystallizes as a hydrated. It is always accept water molecule. That is the reason lithium chloride is available in the hydrated form. Hydrated lithium chloride. Whereas other alkali metal chlorides do not form hydrates. So this is the important point. So the sodium chloride, when you take sodium chloride, we are writing simply NaCl only. We won't write 2H2O. So but lithium chloride, due to the high hydration energy, it is available in the hydrated form. 2 water molecules will be attached. Lithium hydrogen carbonate is not obtained in the solid form, while all other elements form solid hydrogen carbonates. So this is one more anomalous property. You see here lithium hydrogen carbonate. Lithium hydrogen carbonate is not obtained in the solid form, while all other elements form solid hydrogen carbonates. What is the formula of hydrogen carbonate? For example, I am writing sodium hydrogen carbonate, NaHCO3. The same way I am writing lithium hydrogen carbonate, LiHCO3. So lithium hydrogen carbonate is not obtained in the solid form. First point. So this is solid. This is an aqueous form. So that is a point. This is the different. Sixth different characteristic property. Lithium, unlike other alkali metals, form no ethanide or reaction with ethine. In the last chemical reaction we studied about, all other alkali metals can react with acetylene. Acetylene means ethine. What is the formula of acetylene? C2H2. C2H2, triple bonded compound. The another name is ethine. So lithium will not react with this acetylene and form as a what? Ethanide. But other elements can form ethanide. Sodium ethanide, potassium ethanide, like that. Lithium nitrate when heated gives lithium oxide, whereas other alkali metal nitrates decomposes to give corresponding nitrite. Important point. Lithium nitrate. See here students, lithium nitrate LiNO3. Sodium nitrate I am taking NaNO3. When you heat this sodium nitrate, maximum all nitrates upon heating, they will give sodium nitrite, NO2. This is nitrate. and this compound is nitrite. Nitrite. Got it? In this way, this lithium will not produce. That is the point here. Lithium nitrate, when heated, gives lithium oxide only, Li2O. It will not produce, whereas other alkali metals, nitrate decomposes to give the corresponding nitrites. See here, corresponding nitrites. This is the equation. When lithium nitrate, upon heating, you are getting lithium oxide only. Lithium fluoride and lithium oxide are comparatively much less soluble in water than the corresponding compounds of other alkali metals. Lithium fluoride and lithium oxide comparatively much less soluble, or almost sparingly soluble, less soluble in water while comparing with other alkali metals. Except lithium sulfate, other sulfates are soluble in water. So these are all exceptional cases for lithium. Most of the competitive questions will come from this because these are all exceptional cases. Next topic, diagonal relationship between lithium and magnesium. We studied in our periodic table classification lesson, in any group, all the elements having similar characteristic properties that we know. For example, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, and francium elements are there. So these all elements are having similar characteristic properties. Why? What's the reason mainly? They are having a general electronic configuration is ns1. All are having only one electron in the valence shell. Because of this reason, all are having similar characteristic properties. That we know, that is the reason only all these elements are placed in a only 1A group. But this lithium characteristic properties are similar with one more element. For example, I am taking beside one more group beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium, and radium. So these elements are belong to long form periodic table, which are called alkaline earth metals or second A group elements. Here this lithium is similar characteristic properties with this magnesium. Actually, one family members having same properties. This family member is characteristic properties is related with another family member. What is this family? Second A. This is 1A. This is 2A. The first A group element, lithium, similar characteristic properties with that of second A group element in the second metal. This type of relationship is known as diagonal relationship. We'll see it. Diagonal relationship between lithium and magnesium, one by one. Both lithium and magnesium are harder and lighter than other elements in their group. Now only we studied lithium is some of the hardest metal while comparing with other alkali metals. Same way magnesium and lithium also harder. It means both are having similar characters. Diagonal relation means similar characteristic properties. Lithium and magnesium react slowly with water. Their oxides and hydroxides are much less soluble. Hydroxides decomposes on heating. Same like magnesium. See here, this is the example for diagonal relationship generally. Lithium is similar characteristic properties with magnesium. The same way, second A group beryllium is similar characteristic properties with aluminium, and boron is similar characteristic property with silicon. Both form nitrides. Both means lithium and magnesium are forming nitrides, lithium nitride and magnesium nitride, by direct combination with nitrogen. So when lithium exposed to the atmospheric air, this nitrogen in the air reacts with lithium to form lithium nitrate, the same way magnesium nitride. Similar properties, some more similar properties. Both lithium and magnesium give only monoxides. Now only I told you the first element monoxide only form, and they do not combine with the excess oxygen to give any superoxides. The carbonates of lithium and magnesium decomposes easily on heating to form oxides and carbon dioxides. The carbonates of lithium and magnesium decomposes easily on heating, form oxides and carbon dioxides. When you see one example for this statement, for example, I am taking magnesium carbonate, MgCO3. Upon heating, this magnesium carbonate changed into magnesium oxide and carbon dioxide. Same way lithium also, will you give lithium oxide and carbon dioxide. Carbonates of lithium and magnesium decomposed easily on heating form oxides and carbon dioxides. Solid hydrogen carbonates are not formed by lithium and magnesium. Solid hydrogen carbonates, the special different characteristic property of this, all other alkali metals form solid carbonate. Sodium carbonate is solid, but lithium carbonate is not existing in the solid like magnesium. Both lithium and magnesium chlorides are soluble in ethanol. Alcohol, both the halides are soluble. Both lithium chloride and magnesium chloride are deliquescent and crystallizes from aqueous solution as hydrated lithium 2H2O and MgCl2 8H2O. Both are available in the hydrated form, lithium dihydrated form, and here 8H2O molecules are attached to the magnesium chloride. So these are not available in the dried state, these are available in the hydrated salt state. So these are about the similar characteristic properties with lithium and magnesium. Diagonal relationship means the element in one group which are similar characteristic properties with next group second element. This phenomenon is known as diagonal relationship. Example, lithium, magnesium, beryllium and aluminium, boron and silicon. Why are lithium salts commonly hydrated and those of other alkali ions usually anhydrous? Right? Now only we have seen that all lithium salts, for example, lithium chloride is the salt. The salt is available in the hydrated form, but other salts are not available in the hydrated form. What is the reason behind this? Because of high charge density among alkali metal, that is lithium cation, can polarize water molecules more easily than other alkali metal ions and hence get attached to lithium salts as water of crystallization. So best to remember in this way, you have to remember whenever lithium will come, you must write 2 points. One is lithium is smaller ion, number one, and it have high hydration energy. High hydration energy. Because of this reason, lithium gets hydrated. Other alkali metals will not hydrate it. Why is lithium fluoride almost insoluble in water, whereas lithium chloride is soluble? Not only in water, but also in acetone. What is the reason in this case? Once again, one more anomalous property. Lithium fluoride is sparingly soluble, but lithium chloride soluble not only in water and as well as it is soluble in acetone. What is the reason behind this? The hydration energy of lithium fluoride is lower than the lattice energy. Hydration energy of lithium fluoride is lower than the hydration energy. In case of lithium chloride, the hydration energy is higher than the lattice energy. Hence, lithium chloride is water soluble and it is soluble in non-polar, which are acetone. Acetone is non-polar, acetone, benzene, and which considered as non-polar. Water is considered as polar solvent. The hydration of energy of lithium fluoride is lower than the lattice energy. So lower hydration energy we have explained in the concept. Lithium fluoride, both lithium and fluorine, their atomic sizes is here the electron negativity is high in this case, but the chlorine have the electron negativity is less while comparing with fluorine. And lithium fluoride hydration energy is less, lattice energy is high. The hydration energy is less, it is not soluble in water. But the lithium chloride hydration energy is high, hence it is soluble in water. Next question we'll see. What happens when sodium metal is dropped in water? When you drop a sodium metal simply on water, this we can do in our lab also. Second one, sodium metal is heated in free supply of air. And third question, sodium peroxide dissolves in water, what will happen? We'll see one by one. When a sodium metal is dropped into water, it reacts rapidly and forms sodium hydroxide and hydrogen gas. The chemical reaction is in the following. We know that sodium metal, when you place it in water, you are getting the strong base. That is the reason only we are saying about it is an alkali metal and with the liberation of hydrogen gas. At the same time, a lot of heat energy is released. It is an exothermic reaction. Second one, sodium metal is heated in free supply of air. It means it reacts with water. Sorry. Sodium metal heated in the free supply of water. Sodium reacts vigorously with oxygen and forming sodium peroxide. Free supply of water, not ma. This printing mistake is there, sorry. Sodium metal is heated with the free supply of air, oxygen. In the air only oxygen is available. That oxygen, without heating, sodium can form sodium oxide. See here, students. When sodium metal exposed to the atmospheric air, the sodium metal reacts with oxygen to form sodium monoxide, Na2O. When sodium metal is heated, then you are getting sodium peroxide, Na2O2. So that here they are saying. So when sodium metal is heated in free supply of air, you are getting sodium peroxide. Without heating, you will get sodium monoxide. When sodium peroxide dissolved in water, it hydrolyzed and produced sodium hydroxide and hydrogen peroxide. See the equation. Sodium peroxide, when you place it in water, you are getting sodium hydroxide and hydrogen peroxide. So this is about the answer for this question. Comment on each of the following observations. The mobilities of alkali metal ions in aqueous solution are, this is the order. Lithium ion is having low mobile character than sodium, than potassium, than rubidium and cesium. See here, students, mobility means moving. Where in aqueous solution, in water, when lithium, you place it in lithium, in water, this lithium is changed into lithium ion. For example, this is the water. This lithium is become lithium ion. Whenever the lithium ion is formed, more number of H2O molecules will attack because it is having high hydration energy. H2O, H2O, H2O. Like this lithium form a cluster. This is having a high atomic size. Atomic size is increasing because adding of water. So now atomic size or atomic radius means this. It is a bigger cluster is forming. And coming to the cesium atom, ion is this much size. It is also releases one electron when placed into the water, form a cation. Its hydration holding capacity is less. So less number of H2O molecules will be attached here. That is the reason its radius is less. So this is a huge, a bigger atom. It will move very, very slow in water or in aqueous solution. But this ion can move faster in aqueous solution, fast. So now that is the reason here the order is came. Lithium ion in water is less mobility, but cesium ion in water is high mobility because of less holding of water molecules. Its radius should be less. High holding of water molecules, its radius is high, so it will move very slow, but the cesium ion in the water will move very fast. See the answer. As we know that down the group, ionic size increases. Lithium ion is the smallest in size, and we know smaller the size of ion, the more hydrated it is. So lithium ion is most hydrated and cesium ion is bigger in the size, so it is least hydrated. Cesium ion is least hydrated, lithium ion is most hydrated. Greater the size of hydrated ion, less is the mobility. So that the order of the mobility is lithium is less than, sodium ion is less than, potassium ion size in water is less than, rubidium ion mobility is less than cesium ion. Second question answer. Second question is what here? Lithium is only alkali metal to form a nitride directly. When lithium metal exposed to the atmospheric air, that lithium reacts with oxygen and form lithium monoxide, and at the same time lithium can also react with nitrogen which is available in the atmospheric air and form nitride without heating, without applying any experimental conditions. Answer: lithium, unlike other alkali metals, directly react with nitrogen and form lithium nitride. This is because lithium is smallest in size and therefore it is high size compatibility with nitride ion. Hence, the lattice energy release is very high. Because of smaller size, it will be readily reacts with nitrogen and form nitride ion. At this time, a lot of heat energy is released. The heat energy is known as lattice energy. Electrode potential E naught for M plus 2. Third question. E naught for M plus 2. Plus 2 electrons, you are getting M. I'm explaining this equation first, then you can understand easily. Ma. See here, a metal ion, this is alkaline earth metal, ma, not alkali metal. M plus 2. M plus 2 means, for example, I am taking Ca plus 2. Fine. In the aqueous solution, it releasing 2 electrons. You are getting a M. When cation added 2 electron, this charge will be neutral. You are getting a metal solid M. The same way, magnesium ion, when you want to get neutral, you have to add 2 electrons. This magnesium is changed into magnesium ion. This is ion. This is the metal, solid metal. So this reaction here they are giving M plus 2 electrons. You are getting M solid, where M is equal to calcium, strontium, and barium is nearly constant. So that we are going to see what observation you have to observe in this case. Electrode potential we can represent it with E naught. Each electrode means no confusion on a metal. Electrode means what here? Metal. Potential means each and every metal having some potential value, potential difference, potential E naught, standard electrode potential, which is represented by E naught. This is experimental value. This value we can calculate it by through the potentiometry meter. When sodium metal placed in potentiometry meter, that meter will show what the value of sodium value, what is the value of calcium value. Like that, you can in your PG graduation do it. Electrode potential for metal ion. It means it is calcium, magnesium, and strontium and barium. So depend upon mainly three factors. Number one is ionization enthalpy, hydration enthalpy. Third one is enthalpy of vaporization. But we consider the overall effect of these three factors that should be the same for all. Hence, their electrode potential is constant. In all the four elements, calcium, strontium, barium, the electrode potential E0 value is same. Hence, the metal, when accept 2 electrons, you are getting the EM. State as to why. One more question. A solution of sodium carbonate is alkaline. B. Alkaline metals are prepared by electrolysis of their fused chlorides. C. Sodium is found to be more useful than potassium. So this question we'll see in the next class. 3 more questions are there. This chapter will be finished, and in next class I am going to start the new chapter. Please remember me, all the students. Tomorrow I am going to show your marks. Every day I am postponing. Please remember anyone in the beginning of class. Thank you, students. Have a nice day. Will you meet on tomorrow? Bye.